people, how are you doing? How is your day today? It's your girl, I'm back. And today I'm gonna be taking care of myself. I'm gonna be making myself pretty. I love beauty, I love looking good. So as we do this video, I'm also gonna be doing a little bit of makeup because I'm going somewhere after recording this video. So this video is for anybody who's trying to work on themselves. It's for anybody who's trying to let go of a version of themselves that is not helping them. Someone who wants to stop people pleasing. Someone who wants to be a better wife, a better lover, a better sister. Someone who wants to get into better relationships, to stand in their truth, to live a happier life. Someone who's trying to let go of habits that have not been helping them. It could be anger issues, it could be you're toxic, it could be bullying. Whatever it is you're trying to let go or work on yourself about is what I want to talk about today. I want to encourage you basically, and I just want to talk about the hardest part about working on yourself. Sometimes we have it in our minds that when you start working on yourself, the following morning you're full of energy, you're full of positivity, you are a whole new person. Well, let me just put it here in black and white. Working on yourself is hard. It's gonna take a lot from you. Sometimes it's gonna take a lot of tears, a lot of doubting yourself, a lot of backsliding, but it's all worth it in the end. It's not easy. And it's never been easy on anybody, by the way. It's never been easy. So if you're new to my YouTube channel, my name is Muthoni Mukiri. I am a mindset coach and a personal development coach. I work with women to help them deal with their emotional and mental wellness issues, gain confidence, self-awareness, relationships, you name it. I'm here for it. And I'm a practicing coach. So welcome to my YouTube channel. So I'm going to do my skincare and I'm going to do my makeup as I continue talking and as I will continue with this video. Yeah, so I'm doing my serum at this point. Then I'm gonna do my moisturizer and then my makeup finally. So the hardest part is actually letting go of the version of yourself that you've known for that long time. Since your childhood, actually. Some of the things that most of us have worked towards letting go are things that we've known all our lives. We've known since our childhood. Probably it could be anger issues. It could be emotional issues. It could be you're a people pleaser. All these things I've mentioned. It could be getting into toxic relationships. It could be all those things. So letting go of that person you've known, not that person, that version, or letting go of those habits or those qualities that you're trying to replace, that you've known for 25 years, for 23 years, is not something you can do in a day or in a week. Yeah. And another thing, we say vacuums cannot exist. You have to fill that space with something else. So it's not just about letting go. It's also about filling that space with that vacuum with healthier habits, with the version of yourself you want. For example, if you're trying to work on your anger issues or emotional maturity, is filling that vacuum with understanding, with patience, with such things. So it's not just bye-bye, you toxic version of me, my toxic Muthoni, bye-bye. It's not just that. It is, what are you filling that space with? Yeah? It's not going to take a day, it's not going to take a week. So that is the number one of the hardest things about working on yourself. The next thing is, sometimes when we say work on yourself, people automatically think you kind of erase who you've known all your life. Like, you know, the emotional, immature person, the person who's always been in toxic relationship, the woman who's violent. You're trying to work on yourself and to let go of that woman. So we think you have to erase, like you need to completely forget her, like she will never show up, like you have to put her in a box and close the lid. No. That person who you were or who you're trying to improve on will always show up in your life. Sometimes, if, for example, let me give an example again with anger issues. If you're trying to learn how to manage your anger, you're trying to stop being short-tempered, at times when you're faced by a situation where, you know, you want to snap, you want to really be angry, she will come back. She will tell you, throw that glass against the wall, bang that door, you know, hit that phone against the wall. That version will come back, but you have to always remind yourself, this is who I was, and now this is not who I want to be anymore. I have seen what being that person has done to my life, the negative things and whatever it is that has brought to my life, and I don't want that anymore. So when you're working on yourself, you don't erase that, you don't like rub them off your mind and off your whatever, and now you will never. And also, there are people in your life who will constantly remind you of that person, who will constantly remind you of the person you're trying to let go, who will constantly tell you, if, for example, you're trying to take your time before getting into a relationship, or you're trying to get into a healthier relationship, so you're no longer probably doing casual sex, you're no longer just hooking up with guys, you want to go on healthy dates and on good dates. There are people in your life who will tell you that's not who you are. Wewe ni ule wa hook up. There are people who will constantly remind you of that person. So you're not erasing that person. You are becoming a better version of that person. And at times, it's good to remember where you've come from, so you don't take your journey for granted. It's good to remember where you've come from. So because sometimes when you forget, it's easy to slide back into it. But if you can keep remembering, this is where I'm coming from. This is the woman I don't want to be anymore. Then if you remember that, you will be able to catch yourself every time that toxic part of you or toxic version of you tries to peep in. Yeah, you'll be able to catch yourself. So the goal is not to erase that person. The goal is to become a better version of that person. And when that person will peep. If you've been a violent person in relationships, if you have a small fight and you just want to break glasses, you just want to call them names, you just want to slap them across the face. If you've been violent before, even when you start working on yourself and on your self-development journey, there are times when people will make you mad and you will want to be very violent. Yeah, that person will keep reminding you, hey, you can still slap them across the face. But you have to remind yourself, that's not who I want to be anymore, or that's not who I am anymore. As much as it's a lot of work to work on yourself, as much as it's going to take you a lot of patience, a lot of accountability, a lot of reading, a lot of research, you're going to probably have to look for professional help. It's totally worth it. Some of us have been down that path. Like myself, I talk about my healing journey. I talk about working on myself. It's totally worth it. The thing that you need the most is kindness. Kindness to yourself. Change is not easy, and change is difficult, to everybody and in a lot of areas in our lives. So it doesn't mean this is gonna be easy, but the fuel, what will keep you going is being kind to yourself, reminding yourself, Muthoni, you're a human being. You're doing the best you can every day. You're doing the best you can with whatever you have. You want a better life for yourself. You want to be a better person. You want to have happier relationships. You want to enjoy your life. You want to stop people pleasing. You want to do all those things that, whatever you're trying to work on. You have to remind yourself. You have to give yourself grace, and you have to really, those times, sometimes we want to work on ourselves, and it happens even to me and to a lot of people will tell you that. Even your therapist or your counselor or your coach or whoever you're seeing will tell you that. When you start working on yourself, there's usually a lot of backsliding that we don't talk about. You find that you're trying to let go of that version, but at times you find that version is the only version you know. Yeah? At times, it's more comfortable being the person you've known all your life as compared to learning new habits and new things to improve yourself. So there's usually a lot of backsliding. You will go back like, I don't know how many times before you can get it right. And it's okay. Don't give up. Every day, you wake up in the morning, you remind yourself why you're working on yourself, why you're doing what you're doing, what results you're looking for, and remind yourself, other people have done it. Muthoni has done it. My clients have done it, you guys. I get very good reviews. And actually, most of my clients are referrals because they've done their self-work journey, and it's worked on themselves, and they are way better. They are way better, and they are working towards becoming the best versions of themselves. So kindness, we call it self-compassion, yeah? Reminding yourself that you're a human being and you will make a lot of mistakes, a lot of mistakes. And that doesn't make you less of a person, doesn't make you, sometimes you know how we want to put things in black and white, doesn't make you a bad person, doesn't make you a sinner, it makes you human. The most important thing is to realize what you're doing and want to do better. So what can make it easier in your self-development journey? What can make it easier for you? What will make the journey more tolerable? What will make it more smoother? The first thing is to stop surrounding yourself with people who are pulling you back towards that version that you're trying to let go. People who keep reminding you, wewe huwezi acha hii tabia, wewe huwezi achana na drugs. People who keep reminding you, wewe kwenye mnakwanga na hasira, you're just pretending to be nice, but that's not who you are. You know, if you have to surround yourself with people, or you have to put yourself in an environment that's gonna foster your new journey, that's gonna feed into your new journey. By that I mean letting go of, if you have friends who keep telling you those things, it's important to let go of them. If you have people who, and sometimes letting go doesn't mean you have to be without friends, or sometimes you have to be without friends, which is totally healthy. You'd rather be without friends than be with people who don't have your back, you know. So it means taking time off them, and this is something very important. You guys listen to this. If you're working on yourself, you're trying to let go of a version of yourself, you're trying to heal a broken heart, you're trying to work on you want to stop being a people pleaser, you want to become more emotionally mature, you're just trying to work on something about yourself. I would suggest, if you don't use social media for business, get off social media when you're working on yourself. Yeah, a lot of people lie on social media. People will say all kind of things. People will make some of these things that are not healthy look healthy on social media. Take time off some of these platforms that will make you feel like it's okay to be mediocre, or it's okay to be toxic, or it's not okay. And some of these platforms, I say social media is not real life. Real life is you and I here. Social media is in the cloud somewhere. People are lying and doing, you cannot even tell who is who, or who is telling the lies, or who is what. But this is you and I in real life. Take time off social media. When you're working on yourself, take time to yourself, to work on yourself outside those platforms that are going to make you feel like that are going to take you away from the reality of things, yeah, that are going to take you somewhere where it's not real, in the clouds. Focus on your reality and focus on working on yourself. And let me tell you, by the time you come back, if you take time off social media and then you come back after a month, after 2 months, you will realize you didn't miss anything. It was just stupid gossip people were talking about, nothing else. So if you don't use social media for business and you're working on yourself, you're healing a broken heart, or you're just doing some self-work, take time off social media. As you take time off, people who are pulling you back to that version, your friends who take advantage of you, or people who pull you back into a lifestyle probably you're trying to let go, take time off such platforms. That will make it your healing journey and working on yourself easier. It's hard, but it will make it easier, because then you will be focused. Yeah. Another thing is on social media as well. If you're going through a broken heart, if you're going through a broken marriage, you're going through relationship issues, you're trying to maybe let go of someone, you're trying to just work on yourself, I would say work on yourself in terms of relationships. If you have followed a lot of these happy couples and couples goals on social media, it's okay to unfollow them as you're working on that. Because, for example, if you're trying to let go of a toxic relationship, you're trying to let go of a relationship that is functional, or a marriage that's not working, and you're busy following these happy couples who want to show you it's always bliss and it's always happy endings, then they can make you want to go back to that dysfunctional relationship, thinking you can make it that bliss, or you can. It's okay to unfollow them for a while. It's okay to take time off those things that want to show you life is just sunshine and chapatis, because it's not that. And if you're trying to work on your relationship issues, you're trying to let go of toxicity, you're trying to stop being toxic, you're trying to work on to leave a dysfunctional relationship, or you're trying to recover from a broken heart, Unfollow those people. Otherwise, you keep going back crying to your ex to take you back because you want to go back to those happy couple places. Yeah? It's okay to follow these people. It's okay. I have followed also some. But when you're working on your journey, and especially in terms of relationships, it's okay to unfollow them for a while. Healing takes time. It takes a lot of time. And sometimes, especially like with a broken heart, I have said this before and I will repeat it. It can take you twice as much time to detangle yourself from that person as it took you loving that person. Yeah, it can take you twice as much. So if you dated that person for like a month, for like a year, it can take you up to 2 years to get back on your feet and to recover completely. Yeah, so healing takes time. It's not a 1 day process, not a 1 week process. Like my packages are usually 4 week packages or 6 weeks or 3 months. It's gonna take you way more than that, doing extra work, even outside the sessions and after we've done with the packages. You have to keep doing things every day. So it's not a walk in the park and it's not a 1 week, 1 month, 3 months. Sometimes I meet women in the streets or whatever and they tell me, oh, Muthoni, you helped me so much with your YouTube channel. I broke up with my narcissistic ex 2 months ago and I'm already healed. And then I tell them, sweetheart, you're not even close to it. It's going to take you, I can tell you, I don't know how long it's going to take you, but I can tell you it's not going to be 2 months or 3 months. You have to let go of your version of yourself that also dated that person or that allowed themselves to be humiliated over and over again by a man or by your partner. So it's and sometimes this is what I say about the healing journey. It's not from 1 to 100, like ni kama ndege, like you take off in a jet or in a car like this 100 kilometers per hour and that's it till your destination. Some days are gonna be better, some days are gonna be worse. Some days you're gonna cry the whole day, some days you don't wanna leave bed. You don't wanna leave your bed. Some days you feel good about yourself, other days you feel like crap. It's part of the healing journey. So it's gonna take time. It's not easy, it's gonna take time. But let me tell you the end result. The end result after you've really worked on yourself, after you've really become a good version of yourself, after you've let go of that person you're trying to let go, the end result is beautiful. It's beautiful. You will love the woman you become. You will love your life. You will feel happy to be alive. You will start enjoying life. It will be easier to say no. It becomes easier even to have some of these difficult conversations, probably that you're not able to handle before working on yourself. The end result of working on yourself, on letting go of a toxic version or letting go of a version of yourself that you feel is not serving you, the end result is beautiful, guys. So I'm here to encourage you. And I'm encouraging you by telling you the truth. It's not easy, but it's totally worth it. So follow what I've spoken about. You're not just letting go of the previous version. You also have to fill that vacuum with healthier things and with the version you want of yourself. You also cannot just erase the version you want to let go or the immature Muthoni or sometimes she will peep in. Sometimes she will remind you, hey, I'm still back here. We can still be immature again, but you have to remind yourself why you decided to go through with your healing journey. So be kind to yourself. We call it self-compassion. Become your own best friend. Become your own cheerleader and your number one fan. I've spoken about this before. I am such a huge fan of myself. Yeah? And everybody should be their own cheerleader. Remind yourself, why are you doing what you're doing? Why is it important to do what you're doing? Yeah? Why is it important to do what you're doing? Why do you do it in the first place? Yeah? Why are you working on yourself? Why are you reading books? Why are you going for therapy? It's important to remind yourself why you're doing some of those things. Otherwise, it's easy to fall, it's easy to stop along the way. It's easy to forget why you started working on yourself. It's easy to go back to those relationships that have not been serving you. It's very easy to fall back into those habits that you're trying to let go. So my people, for those who want to work on themselves, for those who are on the path, and for those who are working on their healing journey, it's a wonderful journey. you will love the results. You will love yourself. You will love the woman you're becoming and the woman you've become. You will feel so confident. It's a wonderful journey. I will tell you that. And people who've really worked on themselves and who are on their healing journey will also tell you the same thing. It's not easy, but it's totally possible. So if you want to work on yourself, if you want to let go of some versions of yourself, you can always reach out to me. I write my phone number and my email address down below. God, what is happening? So that is what my video was about today, as I make myself pretty. So that is what I had planned for today. For people who keep telling me, so how do I start working on myself? It's so hard. Like I've done it for 2 months and I still feel sad. I'm still crying. It's going to take you a lot, but it's totally worth it. So just listen to what I've spoken about in today's video. Yeah, you're not alone. A lot of other people are working on themselves. If it's any consolation, and some of us, oh, my lash is getting into my eye. My lash is okay. And some of us are still working on ourselves. Even as we are doing the healing work, as we're doing the coaching, I am still also working on myself. It's my job to work on myself and to always improve myself. I just don't want to be in the same spot. I just want to keep getting better and doing better. You know, there's always room for growth and room for improvement. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Your girl is ready. I am ready, so I'm just gonna get dressed. I have an event I'm going to, so I decided to get ready with you guys. I've not mentioned any of my products that I have used today, but you guys have done this video before. It's only the foundation that I've used, Estee Lauder, I think nothing, and the powder is from Maybelline. It's just the kawaida stuff. There's nothing out of there. And this one I bought online, the bronzer and the contour thing. I'm not contouring much. I've lost a lot of weight, guys, so I'm not contouring much, just a little, because my face is already like this. Yeah, it was not a makeup video, but I loved, you know, doing this video as I do my makeup. So I'm just gonna get dressed and then head out and do my high heels and put on my wig. Yeah. My lashes are by Lash World. Lash World KE. You can check them out on Instagram. And one of them is misbehaving. I've had them for like 2 weeks and they look absolutely beautiful. I still love them, by the way. I love them so much. I love looking good and making myself pretty. Yeah, guess who's ready? So I'm just gonna do my outfit and my wig. See you around. Bye, guys.